Dear student, on behalf of Dr. Bapuji Salunkhe Institute of Engineering and Technology, I welcome you all in this e-learning platform which is made available for you by Civil Engineering Department. Myself, Professor Sachin S. Patil, and I am currently working as a lecturer in an Automobile Engineering Department. Now I am going to teach you the subject having the name as Mechanics of Structure. In short, we can say it as a MOS. And this subject having a code as 22303. Okay, in this slide you see a teaching and examination scheme for the subject MOS. Basically, this subject having 3 lectures per week, and also along with this lecture we have a tutorial slot also. So here you are seeing the lectures per week are 3 and the total hours are 2. Similarly, a practical per batch we are engaged in 2 hours for this practical session. So total credit for this MOS subject is 7 hours per week. Now the theory marks for this MOS subject are differentiated into 2, that is end semester examination, which is having a weightage of 70 marks. We can say this is the MSBT examination having a 70 marks question paper. Similarly, a PA under the theory exam which having a marks 30. So this theory PA consists of average of 2 class tests, that is class test 1 and class test 2, plus 10 marks microproject contribution is also considered in this theory PA. Next, under this practical PA, again we are having 2 parts, that is the end semester examination for practical and the PA, that is progressive assessment for practical. So this practical end semester having the weightage of 25 marks and a practical PA having the weightage of again 25 marks. So this 70 theory end semester, PA theory 30, practical end semester 25 and practical PA 25. Total weightage for this subject is 150 marks. Okay, before actual starting this subject and particular chapters, students should know what are the course outcomes for this particular MOS subject is. So here the list of COs are given in this slide. So CO number 1 is articulate practical applications of a moment of inertia of symmetrical and asymmetrical structural sections. Basically, these COs are derived from chapters or unit, we can say. So the first unit is a moment of inertia, and from that or the student after learning this moment of inertia chapter should identify the practical applications of moment of inertia for symmetrical and asymmetrical structural sections. So this is the CO number 1, which is derived from chapter number 1. Second CO, that is again derived from the chapter number 2. Let us see what is the CO number 2 is. Interpret structural behavior of materials under various loading conditions. That means a structural material or structures have different types of load are always acting on them. So under that loading condition, what is their behavior? That behavior should understand by the student. That is the outcome number 2. That is the CO from the chapter number 2. Similarly, CO from the chapter number 3, and the expected CO is a select material considering engineering properties for various structural applications. So nowadays in the market you see a number of materials. So for particular application, which is the material which is best, that you have to select. That is the CO from the chapter number 3. So basically in this chapter we are going to see various properties that engineering material have, and according to these different properties which material is suitable for which particular application, that should be identified by the student while learning this chapter. Next CO, that is CO number 4, interpret shear force and bending moment. Now while learning this chapter or while announcing this shear force and bending moment, we should call it as it's a short form, that is the shear force as a SF and bending moment as a BM. So CO number 4 is interpret SF and BM diagrams for various types of beam and loading conditions. So here there are two different terms, that is various types of beam. So in this engineering mechanics subject, you should know what are the types of beam and what are the loading conditions. So different types of load, that is point load, UDL, that is uniformly distributed load, or UVL. So these are the different loading conditions. So types of beam and different loading condition, and what is the behavior of this beam for shear force and bending moment, and their corresponding diagrams that you are able to draw after learning this chapter number 4. So these are the 4 COs from the first 4 chapters. Now the next CO, that is CO number 5. Determine the bending and shear stresses in a beams under different loading condition. Again, there are different loading conditions that I discussed in the previous slide. There is point load, UDL or UVL. These are the different types of load and corresponding stresses, that is the bending stress as well as shear stresses that are developed in the beam because of that different loading condition. So that should be determined by the student after learning this chapter number 5. Next CO, that is CO number 6. Check the column safety for various loading and end conditions. Now this slide is important. Here we are seeing a number of chapters or units and their corresponding weightage in terms of mark. So here the chapter number 1, that is a moment of inertia, which have to be finished in 8 hours, and total marks for this chapter is 10. So these 10 marks are differentiated into 3 categories. That is, first one is R level, that is a remember level. Second one is a U level, that is understand level, and third one is a A level, that is apply level. You can see here the as a legend, that is R for remember, U for understand, A for apply. So this moment of inertia having total weightage of 10 marks, out of which 2 marks for remember level, 4 marks for understand level, and 4 marks for apply level. So here what is this RUA? So here R, that is remember level question, should be asked for 2 marks, and in this basically consists of questions like a definition or statements, we can say. So this type of questions are covered in this R level. Second, in this U level, that is understanding level, you have to write the answers for the questions are started from the describe or explain like questions are comes under this U level. And in this apply level, the practical application oriented questions are to be solved by the student as apply level questions, or sometimes the numericals or examples may be considered as apply level questions. So this is the classification under the various types of question into R, U and A level. I hope you are understanding this R, U, A level. The unit number 2, simple stress and strain, having the weightage of 14 marks. Here again you can see R level questions is for 4 marks, U level questions for 4 marks, or again application or apply level questions for 6 marks. Next, third chapter is elastic constant, which having the weightage of 8 marks. Fourth number chapter is a shear force and bending moment, having a highest weightage of 18 marks. Chapter number 5, that is the bending and shear stresses in a beam, having the weightage of 14 marks. And last chapter, that is columns, having the weightage of 6 marks. So this total summation of these all the marks is 70 marks. So total duration is 48 hours, or in a 48 hour syllabus we have to finish the 70 marks, or we have to cover the 70 mark syllabus in this 48 hours. From this slide I am going to explain you what is the syllabus for this MOS subject is. As we know, the chapter number or unit number 1 is a moment of inertia. The unit outcome means unit is here moment of inertia. So while or after learning this moment of inertia unit, what is the expected outcome from the student is that are mentioned in this column, and what are the topics and subtopics that we are going to learn in this moment of inertia chapter that are explained or that are given in this column. So here if you see the unit outcomes from the chapter number 1, here 1 2 3 4 or A B C D as a 4 outcomes are given, and here 1.1 1.2 1.3 these are the subtopics that we have to finish while learning this moment of inertia chapter. So let us see, this column is important as a student point of view because this point we have to cover while learning this unit, various units in under the MOS subject. So let us see, in this moment of inertia chapter we have to see point number 1, that is 1.1 moment of inertia. In this we have to see definitions, MI, that is moment of inertia of a plane lamina, radius of gyration, section modulus, parallel and perpendicular axis theorem, MI of rectangle, square, circle, semicircle, quarter circle and triangle sections. So basic figures and their MIs we have to see in this 1.1. Similarly 1.2, that is MI of symmetrical and unsymmetrical I section, channel section, T section, angle section, hollow section and built up section about centroidal axis and any other reference axis. Now in detail, what is the centroidal axis, what is the reference axis, that we will see while actually learning this chapter. And what is the symmetrical section, unsymmetrical section, what are their types, what is I section, what is channel section, T section, that various types of section we will see while actually learning this chapter, that is moment of inertia. After that we will see a polar moment of inertia of a solid circular section. So this should be the points that we have to cover while learning the unit number 1. Our unit number 2 is simple stresses and strains. So in this chapter we are going to learn a various concepts like rigid elastic plastic bodies, deformation of elastic bodies under various forces, definition of stress, strain, elasticity, Hooke's law, elastic limit, modulus of elasticity and their SI units. After that we will see types of stresses. What are the different types of stresses like normal, direct, bending, shear stresses, etc. After that we will see a standard stress strain curve for various engineering material like mild steel and any other types of engineering materials, and what are their yield stress values, proof stress, ultimate stress and various points over this curve. After that we will see deformation of body due to axial forces applied at intermediate sections and any other different conditions that we will see in this 2.4 point.